Enjoy native and rare trees, walking trails, and enchanting gardens. News 12 photojournalist Lori Goliath shows us how exploring in winter can really be eye-opening.
We're at the Bartlett Arboretum and Gardens in Stamford, Connecticut. We have 93 acres of property. So the Bartlett Arboretum was originally a laboratory and a training ground for Dr. Francis Bartlett, who founded the Bartlett Tree Expert Company. He had several hundred acres here. All of his exotic trees and experiments that he had been doing here were maintained and kept. The trees, I think, are interesting, and you don't normally see them around here. You might see them in China, or you might see them in Australia. There's lots of interpretive signs that will give you history. This tree is probably about 100 years old. We can look back at the legacy trees that were planted back in those days. One of our really interesting collections is our Pilarded trees. These were trees that Dr. Bartlett used to experiment to learn about the life cycle of insects. He would keep them pruned in a very special way that was typically done in European countries to keep them small and to keep them compact. Very sculptural plants and are very interesting to look at in the wintertime. Also within the property is our greenhouse. We propagate plants in there, but we do have some interesting collections of orchids and cactus and begonias and scented geraniums. And that's open by appointment only at this time of year. We have hundreds of exotic trees here, but our hiking trails are made up of native trees. We're very lucky to have a pond. As far as during the winter goes, to be able to enjoy the outdoors and commune with nature, and like, who looks in our busy lives necessarily that closely at bark, or who looks at buds on trees or shrubs, who looks at all of those things. I think that this is a respite. I think the fact that you can be alone or you can bring your family and be together and be safe and enjoy what winter has to bring that we normally would not notice.
How beautiful and relaxing that must be. Well, the Arboretum is open every day from dawn until dusk.